Jubilee not serious with BBI Minority Leader Mbadi says. Opposition leader Raila Odinga's troops stood their ground on protecting the Building Bridges Initiative, BBI, in Parliament as the implosion in Jubilee over the sharing of committee slots escalated. A day after Jubilee Vice Chairman David Murath told them off for demanding too much, the legislators, led by National Assembly Minority Leader John Mbadi, said ODM must safeguard the BBI from its enemies. Mbadi said ODM had long settled for chairing of 3 committees and deputizing 4, but remained dissatisfied with Jubilee's lineup in 2 crucial committees, Justice and Legal Affairs, JLAC, and Delegated Legislation. We have asked the majority side to relook at the membership because the 2 committees will be critical in the passage of the BBI unless Jubilee has abandoned it, he said. The 2 committees are very crucial for BBI process and partly that is why the changes were being made in the leadership, especially from Jubilee side. So we expect members who are going to sit in JLAC and delegated legislation to be people who are supporting BBI and the reform agenda, Mbadi said on the phone. For instance, Mbadi said, out of JLAC's 19 members, only 3 out of Jubilee's 12 members are supportive of the BBI and the handshake, expressing fear that they may use their numbers to gang up against the proposed BBI reforms at the committee level. On Jubilee side, out of 12, 9 are Tanga. So you have only 3 who you can rely on. We cannot make such a mistake, unless we have left the BBI agenda, he said. I told the majority leader, Amos Kamunya, that I was not comfortable that Gladys Shale, Uasin Gishu MP, George Muragara, Tharaka, John Kiari, Dagareddy South, are in JLAC. These are people who are not supportive of the process. Delegated legislation is almost the same name. We must align the 2 committees to our agenda, Mbadi said. But his majority counterpart dismissed the ODM argument, saying the committees are not being reconstituted to pass the BBI report. Kamunya had last week been forced to withdraw the committee list after the minority side raised concerns with Jubilee membership. They said they wanted to consult further and they cannot consult on our members, Kamunya said on the phone. There was confusion in terms of people thinking that the whole of this exercise was to kick out those branded Tanga. It was not to kick out some people like others thought. I cannot throw people out because others want them out, he said. The Kipipiri MP urged the minority to consider bringing the House together as President Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to unite the country. The Deputy Majority Whip Makamauer and Minority Whip Junit Mohammed are planning a meeting to find a middle ground on the composition of the 2 committees. We are supporting the President out of principle to help him deliver for Kenyans, not desperation. Let's stop reckless talk at friends, he said. Kaluma said both Jubilee and ODM have every right to demand for committee slots and positions. He said ODM support for the President on the floor of Parliament has been critical and should be adequately rewarded. The divergent views attributed to Murath and Mbadi will ultimately be reconciled by the President and Raila as they establish a stronger and more equitable relationship in Parliament for national good, he said. Tong Aaron MP Esali Simiyu said there is no problem that is insurmountable and the war of words is a result of the difference between Majority Leader Amos Kamunya and Mbadi over House committee slots. Nyeri Town MP Gunjari Wambugu took to social media to attack Kamunya, accusing him of not having an idea of where we have come from to get to where we are today, especially on the BBI and the handshake. He, Kamunya, got into a bus that is on full tank, which was freely rolling down the final tarmac section of the road just before it got to its destination. He wasn't there when the bus went over potholes and rocks, and doesn't know that sometimes, the bus ran out of fuel and we had to push it, said Wambugu. Kamunya has come under criticism from both a section of his Jubilee party, especially those allied to Kieleweke, and ODM party over the list he presented last week.